All right, so here we go. This is the first episode of the Boxing Coach Chronicles. I'm not here to give you polished highlight reels, Instagram moments. I'm going to use this as my diary for grassroots amateur boxing coaching. I'll give you it raw, honest and real. The highs, the lows, the rebuilds, the lessons. Yeah, so I'm going to start at the beginning. Boxing's always been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, even before I put on a pair of gloves. My nan, my dad's mum, she used to work for Frank Warren, the boxing promoter, Hall of Fame boxing promoter, I should say, as his graphic designer. When I used to visit her at work, there'd be these posters of Mike Tyson versus Bruno, there'd be Prince Nazim, there'd be signed, there'd be so much, there'd be programs galore. I'll just remember flicking through as a child. These posters were larger than life. It was before Photoshop was a thing. Looking back on them now, I've got a few and I'll try and put up drop some links or just some pictures of what they look like. You look at them and they weren't anything special, but me being a child, before I actually knew what boxing was, I knew I loved it. And I used to love watching boxing on the TV, on ITV. One of my favourites was Matt Skelton versus Danny Williams. Danny Williams was this rugged boxer. I think he's even still boxing. Matt Skelton was from Bedford area. I'm from Northamptonshire. And I just wanted Danny Williams to win. I believe Danny Williams was the first boxer to actually beat Mike Tyson, first British boxer to beat Mike Tyson. I think he may have even knocked him out. Fast forward to when I was 16, my little brother joined Wellingborough ABC with his friends. I used to go up and watch them train. Then one day I was like, I had my kit on and I said, can I join in? Really shy, really nervous about it. And from that first session, I really enjoyed it and I never looked back. I didn't join to become a fighter. I only ever competed once. I joined because the gym just felt like family, because it gave me something what I needed. And I'll forever be thankful for that. Growing up, I was bullied through school because I wasn't a popular kid. Boxing gave me an escape. It gave me belonging. It gave me the confidence. It's my second home. It became my second home and it still is I think I even spend more time here than I do at home now. And that's why I've never changed gyms, because Wellingborough ABC is like one big family. So my progression as becoming a coach, around 4 years ago, the club came into the property where we are. I was naturally helping out the new kids on the bag, showing them the basics. Coaching wasn't something I planned, it just happened. The club needed some help and I stepped up, and it meant I got free membership. That's when I properly started coaching. And since then, I've worked my way up to now being a level 2 coach. That means I can take boxers out at shows, work their corners, guide them through the biggest moments of their boxing lives, and also a bit of matchmaking on the side as well. We all love a bit of matchmaking. Already going grey at 29. But I'll be real with you, those first few months were rough. They were dog rough. I'm not naturally a confident guy. I'd go bright red, stutter, sweat, and now suddenly, Charlie, leave the session. It pushed me out of my comfort zone, little by little, and I've now grown into a role. I'm confident to say if you were to drop me in any boxing club in the country, I could run a session. I could teach something new to all boxers, no matter how long they've been boxing. And I'm not going to go red. I'm going to command that room. And yeah, if it wasn't for boxing, that wouldn't be a possibility. I work in a financial institution day to day. If someone said, Charlie, you've got to do a presentation in front of 2 people, I'll still go bright red, still not have that confidence. So me doing it in the club, it's just now second nature. And like I say, for boxing, it's given me that confidence. My coaching style, I'd call it refreshing, fun, relatable, approachable. I'm not a drill sergeant. I want my boxers to work just like anyone does. I want them to learn discipline. I also want them to feel that I know where they're coming from. Like I say, I've got a lot of life experiences, even at the sweet age of 29. I've seen a lot of things, I've done a lot of things, I've been in their shoes. For me, boxing doesn't build character. I don't believe boxing builds character. I believe it helps find people's character, helps discover that character, what's already there, but it just helps mould it and come through and be the best person they can be, to be the best themselves, best version of themselves. That's what I was looking for. The highs and the lows. There's already been so many highs, so many lows. Within the first 2 years of me coaching, I was nominated for Young Coach of the Year award. I didn't win, but I was shortlisted to one of the top 3. That was a massive achievement for me, and it really felt like what I was doing paid off. I don't do it for the awards, I don't do it for the nominations, but being recognised for something what I just feel is normal, is lovely. I was awarded the Rose of Northamptonshire this year for my voluntary work within the club, which was nice to be noticed. Like I say, you don't do it for the accolades, you don't do it for the cheers, mate, or thanks for that. You don't do it for that. You do it just because you think you're doing the right thing. But to actually have someone say, well done, Charlie, we appreciate you, is a lovely thing. And I think every boxing coach should get that from time to time. But there has also been some real lows. Internal politics, discussions about the way the gym's heading, my role within the gym. Yeah, each other coach's roles within the gym, boxers' opinions, what's right, what's wrong. Just petty things, but everything is a low when you're a volunteer. When you're doing it for free, yeah, you sometimes look at it and go, why do I put myself through this? And if you're not a boxing coach and you're an outsider looking in, you would say to that boxing coach, what the hell are you doing? Just leave, just quit. I can't do that. And I don't think any other of the coaches here would want to do that either. As much as we argue, as much as we squabble, as much as we have a strong discussion, we want what's best for the club, pure and simple. One of the toughest lows for me is losing one of our competing boxers. That hurts, it really does. Whether they go to another club, whether they quit boxing, yeah. Sometimes it's just that time of life where their family stuff's happened, where they've gone into the world of work, where they've gone into college, or they just can't be asked anymore. That is sometimes the hardest thing. You've put years of working with someone in the gym for them to then turn around and say, see you later, is a hard thing. Or not even say see you later, just disappear. That is a hard moment for any coach, I think. Yeah, we have beginners drop out every now and again. every other week, I'd say. They cancel their membership. It's all online now, so I can see that. And sometimes a name will pop up and I'll be like, don't know that name. But if I see him, I'll be like, you used to train down the club. They'll be like, yeah, I only came for 2 sessions. Cool. It's still only 2 sessions though. But yeah, when you put that amount of time into a boxer to then just turn around and say, Charlie, I don't want to box anymore. I don't want to train anymore. It's disheartening. Even if it's the right thing to do for that person, all you can do is sit by them and say the door's always open. That's one big thing about my club. Well, this club, I say it's mine because I'm part of it. We don't turn our backs on anyone. If you fell out with us and want to go off somewhere else, cool, you do that. But don't be a stranger. Come back, say hello. At the end of the day, we're human, we're adults. We're not going to hold a grudge. Come down, have a chat. Speak to us. If the grass wasn't greener, come down. Say your piece, we'll say ours. And if you want to come back and train, we'll have a discussion about it. Other clubs will be like, no, you've left my gym, don't ever come back. We're not like that. We want people to come back to the family because that's what it is. It's one big family. It makes you also question yourself, like, did I actually do something wrong? Could I have done more? Maybe if we would have gone a bit slower with their progression, maybe if we would have got them easier bouts. You ask a million questions. There's never a right answer. It's not one size fits all. Those thoughts are very real though, but instead of it breaking me, it makes me double down. It makes me think, cool. Like at the moment, during the summer holidays, naturally our boxer session goes down. But this year, it's gone. And we've got a home show in September on the 13th. So we've got, today's the 20th of August. We haven't got long at all. I've matched quite a few of our boxers, but when I say our boxers have left, we have 20 competing normally in the season. We're now down to less than 10, sorry. So for that to happen at this point in time, it's a hard one, but it makes you double down and think, cool, we've still got these boxers are still with us. Let's focus, we've got a goal, we're still doing it. We are not cancelling the home show, we're going forward with our plan. Right now, as I record this, we're in a very tough spot. The landlord's forcing us out. It's not a disagreement, it's not an argument. He is redeveloping the property and we don't fit in those plans. Pure and simple is what it is. But that is a massive challenge hanging over us. And like I say, we've got a home show coming up on the 13th of September. The plan is to have at least 3 home shows this year. We had 1 last year, we had 1 the year before, so this season, I want to go to town on it. My motivation hasn't changed. I'm here to keep developing the team, reach more people within the town. Wellingborough ABC really can be a community hub. And of course, to get our boxers to winning levels as well, inside and outside the ring. What's my vision? I'll be honest with you, in the next 5 years, I'd love to be a head coach. That is an ideal for me. Another ideal is for me to quit my 9-to-5 job and work here, whether that be 9 to 5, whether that be 6 till 9 or whatever. I'd love to make this a full-time job. I love working down the club, and if there was any way I could make this a paid salary, it would be amazing. Not just for the sake of the boxers, but like I alluded to earlier, I want it to be a community hub. I want it to be a place where people can come and chill, like a youth centre, but still a boxing hub first and foremost. As for the gym, I want it to be more secure. I've alluded to it already. I want it to be a real pillar of the community. Like Wellingborough ABC has been going for over 40 years, and there'll still be people who I see out on the street who come into my work and mention boxing. I say, oh yeah, I'm a coach at Wellingborough ABC. They're like, oh, Wellingboroug's got a boxing club? No one knows. If you know, you know. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, you'll see it because I post it everywhere. Sorry, it just came up with a warning. But I want to keep the kids off the street. I want to give them the same escape, the same family what boxing gave me. Pure and simple. That's my big vision behind all of this. And it's scary for me to say it on here, because if I say it on here, people might not agree with me. People might think, oh, he's only trying to make a penny for himself, only trying to make money. I'm not. I'd love to give up my job and work for free. If I had the money, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd never work again and I'd be a coach 24/7. But I'm a 29-year-old man. I've got bills to pay, got things I need to do, got commitments. I want to start a family. Can't do that on thin air. So that's me, that's where I came from, and that's where I want to go. This is the first entry in the Boxing Coach Chronicles. It won't always be pretty, it won't always be easy. It'll always be real, I'll promise you that. I'll try and keep it as unfiltered as I can. There might be tears, there might be arguments, there might be rants, but that's what this is here for. It's not here for me to get clicks. It's not here for me to get likes. It's not here for me to get views. There's just so many boxers, amateur boxers and box pros who vlog everything, who document things. There's not many coaches, with the exception of a few, who vlog actively or record the journey of their club, and that's what I'd love to do. I want to have sit downs with my boxers. I want to have a chat with them, whether it be in the ring like this, have another chair, whether it be on the way to shows, like mini podcasts. I'd love to. If anyone's got any ideas, let me know. It's like I say, it's a very raw, it's a very open discussion at this point in time. There's no such thing as a silly question or a silly idea. Like, I thought this would be a silly idea. This took me 6 months to make this video. But yeah, I'm putting it out there. I've decided. So thank you for watching. If you want, like, subscribe, all that malarkey. I don't care. Well, I do care. I'd like you to like it, not dislike it. Comment if you've got any ideas what you want to see. Yeah. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put it in the description. But it's also Boxing Coach Charlie. If you want to follow the Instagram, the Boxing Club Instagram, it's Wellingborough ABC. If you want one-to-ones, hit me up. I'll try and fit you in. Around my work life, it is quite hard, but I do try and do my one-to-ones where I can. Yeah, that's it. Cool.